So there's going to be a new Dragon Ball Z game.
Yeah.
It's called Kakarot.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
I feel like they're just throwing stuff out there now. Just every year, just something new.
They have to have something. And then
Dying Light 2 looks kind of cool. I didn't play the first one. But
I saw a lot of Let's Plays and stuff of it. It's a lot of drop kicking zombie things and stuff like that.
What's better?
Double dash.
Spider-Man.
Anything.
So now what I feel is the most important.
Oh, yeah.
Conference
the-
of the
now
week.
in all honesty,
We're getting to the
this
important
conference won E3.
If it's
did.
not Nintendo, I'm gonna cry.
It is
Oh.
Nintendo.
It's 100%
Nintendo absolutely won E3 this year because nobody else actually brought as much to the table as them.
So I think part of Nintendo's success is that they come out. I think every game they come out with is complete, no matter what.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, they might have DLCs and extra characters and stuff like that, but
Overall, it's a complete game.
it is high quality. It's done. It incorporates motion controls and everything that the Switch or normal Wii or Wii U had to offer.
Mm-hmm.
I give them props for that.
Oh yeah.
So what's the first thing on the list for Nintendo?
One of the biggest games that they came out with was the announcement of The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild 2.
Yes.
Mhm.
they had
So
a
a
teaser
sequel
for it.
to that one.
And it looks really cool. I'm hoping that in this one, in the trailer, they kind of make it look like you play the game with Link and Zelda.
Mhm.
And I think that would be so cool.
Plot twist: you're actually Ganon.
Maybe that decrepit-looking, creepy Ganon, I'm assuming it is.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What I think will happen, and I'm hoping it's not, because that would be awesome if you got to play with Zelda, is that's just like the opening cutscene, and then Zelda gets taken away for some plot reason.
Yes.
Because of the rules.
Because
Yes.
plot.
Peach has been taken to another castle.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that would be awesome.
Yes.
That would be really progressive of them to actually play alongside.
I just think
Zelda.
it was so fun.
It,
And they would have different mechanics. They could do different things.
mhm.
Does that also mean you could play 2-player?
It's possible.
Potentially, that would be even cooler.
Play
right?
as Zelda,
And Link.
And Link
altogether.
at
And
the
Link.
same time.
which means if you play as Zelda, that means you can also play as Sheik.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know if Sheik technically exists in this timeline, because the way Zelda works is that there are timeline branches, and it's
Yes.
whether the hero
Somewhat.
wins or fails is a timeline branch.
Mhm.
So so in Ocarina of Time, when the hero wins, it goes to Wind Waker.
Mm-hmm.
But when the hero loses, it goes to Majora's Mask. And every game, it splits off more and more. That's how you get Twilight Princess. So when you eventually get to Breath of the Wild, it shows hints of whatever timeline that was. So it shows the original Temple of Time, which was from Ocarina of Time, that you can actually go into and stuff like that. So that's like the reasonings behind certain things. They all hint at each other.
It's slightly complicated.
Slightly. So Breath of the Wild is, I'm assuming, is when you win as the hero,
I think so.
And
which
then,
would make sense.
then
Which
the next game that Ben's happy about.
The one that I am the most excited for,
is,
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
was there a second one?
holy shit. Yeah, there was. It was dumb. It was on 3DS.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they did a lot of games like continuation for like DS and stuff.
Yeah.
We're all like, I'd never heard about this or never
Yeah.
knew about this.
So, Luigi's Mansion 3 looks really, really cool. Your vacuum has new powers. And one of them is they're calling it Gooigi.
Luigi.
Because a little goof version of Luigi pops out,
Mhm.
and then you can actually play 2-player with Luigi. And that looks super fun.
I think that's the big thing that Nintendo does more than other games is having co-op.
Yep.
Yeah, couch
Yes.
co-op.
With couch co-op, not over online, all that other crap. Where like literally you need a whole nother console in order to play instead of having a second controller.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the point of having more than one controller?
Mm-hmm.
So then the next game I know that Alex is super excited about, even though it's delayed.
No, I am happy it's delayed. I'll go into it, but continue.
It's delayed, but it's Animal Crossing: New Horizons.
Yes.
I think it looks fun. I've never
So
played
I'll
Animal
let
Crossing.
Alex go into that one.
Okay, so I know it's delayed. It's bittersweet, but I'm happy because I want them to put out quality content. Like with the Fallout 76 thing, I will wait however long I need to wait in order to get a good, complete game that doesn't brick on me at launch.
Nice quality.
Yes. So I'm really happy about that. I watched all the gameplay. It looks beautiful. I think it was a really good progression. Like, it wouldn't be almost a little stale to just be in another town.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, because I think you just started out with the base game, you just being in the town. Then you went up to being like a mayor. I think you were a mayor in one of the towns.
Right.
And so this was like the next thing. Like, now you're your own island. It's like
You are now president of your own nation.
But no, it's really cool because you not only get to decorate your tent, which I'm assuming you can upgrade to a house later in the game, but you can also decorate the outside too. Nice. It was more crafting. It feels more like if anyone's ever played Stardew Valley, it feels a lot more like that, which was also another one of my favorite games. So even more exciting.
So you were pretty big on Animal Crossing growing up.
Yes.
Was anybody else, by the way? Just wondering.
No.
I watched. I never.
I went into Harvest Moon. Not Animal Crossing.
Okay. But yeah, I saw like a lot of Let's Plays of that. I think I'll be really interested in this, as well as, I don't know, because we mentioned this last stream, but Sam, I don't know if you heard about this, but this one is going to have up to 8-player co-op.
On Animal Crossing?
On Animal Crossing.
Yep.
So that means
8-person town.
a lot of us
Or
can
8-person
work
island.
together.
Hell yeah.
It'd be fun.
It's like the island we always wanted, but just in a game.
Digitally.
More affordable.
We could pretend we're on Survivor.
Yeah.
We can vote each other off.
It'll be funny too, because I'm like, man, I just want some load time, and then like you walk away from Will, and then you walk 2 feet and you run into Alex. Like, damn it! Then you keep walking and you run into Bailey. Damn it! I just want to read my book.
So does it work like real time? So we're like
Yes,
if Ben and Will were on, but Alex wasn't on that day, they wouldn't see Alex, and then Alex hopped in, and they're like, oh look, we just saw Alex in the town.
I'm not sure. I don't know how much they released.
Or does it have to be like you have to all join in the game at one time?
If I would guess, it would be.
It'd be cool if it was like a Minecraft situation.
Someone's gonna have to run the server, so it's probably gonna be under one person's game.
That makes sense.
And then if anybody wants to play, they would have to join in on that game to continue whatever they have.
Right.
But that also can mean that, you know, if we were originally playing under Bailey's, then I can start my own, or Alex can start his own, that we can all play on Alex's. So, mix and match.
So just pick the person who's gonna play the most, and then just join on that.
Or literally just turn on your Switch and just walk away.
Okay, related story. So when we used to play Minecraft for God knows how many hours, I owned the world that we were working in, and I would like go to bed because it was like 6 a.m. But Alex and some of our other friends would want to stay on and keep working in our world, but I couldn't just leave the Xbox sitting on because it would like auto turn off after a certain amount of time. So I took like a hair tie and I tied it around one of the joysticks, and we built like my insanity cube where I would, so that my character would just run in circles constantly so the game would stay alive.
Nice.
Good times.
Good times.
Many nights of 3 a.m. just like random chatter.
I never knew you could play Minecraft for that long.
No.
Yes.
We had a goal. We had to build a city.
Yes.
And it takes a lot of dedication.
A whole city to cover a whole map.
And now Minecraft Dungeons.
Yes. Which, new PC boys, by the way, the Minecraft mods are
Oh
amazing.
god.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't even imagine.
Whatever science that you could possibly imagine, you can end up doing, whether it be actual chemistry, like literal actual chemistry to where you need to get the right amount of everything, and then actual physics and stuff like that. So like in my other game that I'm doing with my friends, we have mods on there to where we're opening up like tears in space through, because we're using too much magic in a short amount of time, so it's actually messing up reality. So we need to do other stuff to fix and close holes and stuff like that. We also have trees that control time and teleportation by growing them. Yes.
Cool.
That's the joy of mods. But with PCs, a lot of them, you don't need an actual physical character, but you need a computer on that like 24/7 to where if anybody wants to hop on, that computer runs the server.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
So then the next one on the list is that they finally announced the official release date of Pokemon Sun and Moon as well as showing
Sword
out
and
more. Or sorry,
Sword
Sword and
Shield.
Shield. Sun and Moon was last gen. Sword and Shield.
Thank
Dog
God.
moves.
And then they showed
Sword.
more Pokemon, so everybody's freaking out about the Woolly,
Because it's
Wooloo.
adorable.
Yes.
the Wooloo.
Love.
Not sure
Is
how
that
I
the
feel
corgi?
about.
Or is that the?
That's
It's
the
sheep.
sheep Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
A lot of people are
not-
talking about the corgi one.
Mhm.
that one's also true.
He looks pretty
Um,
cool.
I'm still unsure of how I feel about the legendaries because
Yeah.
they
What,
just
you don't like Shield Face?
I like that one more than a freaking wolf
just
just
a-
having a sword in his
And just
mouth.
Sword Doggo.
Favorite.
I like the I like the shield better, so
I-
I'm probably gonna.
Did anyone else feel like it was a little bit like, all right, we already did dogs though?
That's true.
That's
We'll
true.
Yeah,
make
but-
them wolves.
Yeah, Sam.
But it makes sense because this is supposed to be in like the United Kingdom and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But-
That's where the part of the world was based
Go
on.
Basically,
Don't you know?
they're pulling the whole Harry Potter thing where they're like, we'll just put it on a different side of the world.
Pretty.
Yeah.
My favorite memes are of the Scottish girl
Yeah.
going off on people.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love
What's
that.
going on, you
Um,
wee twit?
How does everyone feel about the new mechanics, like the new
Yeah, that was
raids,
another thing.
about
There's
Dynamaxing?
raids.
The spirit ball
they-
Pokemon.
Oh, the
Okay.
giant,
The Megas.
giant ball.
Yeah.
Not sure how I feel about
Okay,
that.
my question though is, like, if that's how big a Pikachu is,
Whale
what's gonna
Lord.
what happen
Whale
to the whale
Lord.
lord?
Yeah.
There's
He's gonna
already
break
there's already
this-
been memes about that.
So-
He's gonna break the game.
Yeah, like a normal Warlord would break the stadium in older games, right? So
Yeah.
this one would literally just destroy the earth.
They have to take it to another. They have to go outer space for Wailord.
Yeah.
Well, they've also come out saying that it's going to be compatible with the Pokey
The watch thing.
With the watch,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, for
So
Timmy
you
has
can
that.
walk around.
and the ball, the
And-
physical ball.
Yeah, they are coming out with a physical ball.
So that way, you know,
Of
people
course.
don't feel like gypped out
Yeah.
for getting that for only like the one game, you know.
Yeah,
I
I'm
agree
also
with
still
that.
unsure on how I feel about the starters. Just being honest, I'll have to play it
I think
to find out.
Gronky looks cute.
Well, you're also a monkey fan and a green fan.
1 second.
Yes.
He's old.
This one. First, yeah. So it's 2 towers, so it's 2.
So then,
The other one is
That
We're
was-
taking a minor
Right,
living
that's 3.
space.
So there you go.
Important
I
information.
mean, there's this.
So my parents are just now getting into Lord of the Rings. They put it off for a while because my mom is scared of Gollum.
That's
That's
Okay,
fair.
I get
That's
it.
fair.
And she wasn't like a too big a fan of orcs and stuff like that because she thought they were creepy. But she watched Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is worse.
There's
in
way
my
worse.
opinion.
And after that, she was like, okay, I think I can watch Lord of the Rings now. And I was like, go for it. Until you get to Shelob the spider. That's when she's really not gonna.
Oh, maybe just leave the room for
She,
that one.
she hates bugs.
Yeah, maybe she should just skip that scene.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't
that's-
really miss a lot. Frodo
Um,
gets captured.
Which I think
Spoilers.
is the only.
Sam.
I think that's the only bug part because at Hobbit he has to go through the whole webbed forest thing.
Yeah,
I have not actually seen the Hobbits yet.
I
Really?
haven't either.
they're okay.
I know.
I saw the third one. He forced me to go and spoiled it for me.
They're fine.
Ben.
Will does that all the time, so
I've only done that once.
It was
a big
important. It was
I've
the
only
prestige.
done it once, and it was the
For
prestige.
That's the whole point of the movie.
But they won't let me live it down. Just like I won't let him live it down, taking me to see the third Hobbit in theaters.
What are you gonna make me? What are you gonna let me do? I had to see the movie,
Wait,
and I
wait,
didn't want to
wait,
leave
wait,
you out.
wait, wait.
I think with now that we brought it up, between Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, the reason why I like Lord of the Rings more is because there's so much more effort.
Better.
yeah.
Because they actually put people in actual costumes versus CGI everything
Yeah.
Okay, but Benedict Cumberbatch as
The Droid.
Smaug
is awesome.
is really cool.
Yeah,
Benedict Cumbersnatch.
I can almost do the voice with this thing,
Yes.
but that's actually Benedict Cumberbatch's actual voice. Right? That's
Yeah.
It's just not fair.
The
It's
Hobbit
not
could have been. The Hobbit could have been like 1 or 2 movies.
I have a Darth Vader voice whenever I lose my voice, but that's about it.
What were we talking about?
We were
Before.
talking
No, we
about
were talking about Pokemon.
The Legend of Zelda: Link's
Dynamax.
Awakening,
Yes.
which is a very
Pokemon.
cutesy looking Zelda game.
What,
Well,
the Link's
it's
Awakening?
a remake.
Yes. I know,
Mhm.
Yes.
but it looks adorable.
Has anyone actually played the original?
I didn't play the
Of what?
Legend of
Link-
Zelda.
Legend of Zelda: Link's
Link's
Awakening.
I have not.
I have. It's pretty good.
I will try the new one though. I'm
Well, I mean,
Good
it's
reason to
literally
get it.
the same.
I mean, like it's old school. Well, it was
Yeah,
2D
so-
side scroller.
Look at that guy.
Oh, now
That's really cute.
Yeah.
I want it.
I gotta show you guys pictures of what he originally looked like on the. Or Ben could probably pull it up.
Yeah.
What he originally looked like.
Enhance.
It looks so beautiful.
As
very
he
colorful.
turns it and the cuteness hits, thunder rolls.
That's once again Microsoft being all like, "Damn you, Nintendo!" Rumble feature.
What else is Nintendo killing it at?
Nintendo's also what was the other?
I'm right here.
Nintendo's also killing it with new Smash characters.
Yes.
Smash characters.
Oh.
They
Oh,
brought
Ben's
out
really
Banjo
excited.
and they brought out the
The
hero
hero.
from Dragon's Quest.
Which is hero.
Whatever. Banjo Kazooie.
No, yeah.
I did.
Literally Ben just running around.
I did want to chime in from the previous stream that you guys did, where you talked about your best and worst
Oh, yes.
Smash
Oh
characters.
yes.
I wanted to make it known that I'm offended that no one picked Wii Fit Trainer as one of their favorites, because that's
Zach was
definitely one of mine.
Zach's a Wii Fit.
Yeah.
So while we're on the subject, Sam, do you have a top 3 and bottom 3?
Okay, so here's my thing with my top 3. I always play with people who are infinitely better than me, so I just play to troll.
Okay.
So my top 3 are Wii.
Sorry.
Oh, this is the comparison.
Comparison.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
It looks like old school Pokemon.
Ah.
Yeah.
There is a
On the
chain
left.
chomp.
It,
Yeah.
it was on the Game Boy Color.
So my top 3 are Wii Fit Trainer,
I actually have
King
that.
Dedede,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
King K. Rool
Hell yeah.
are my top 3.
So all the
I-
trolleys.
I respect that list.
What about the
That's a
worst
good
3?
Anything that requires skill.
So
So
like,
none of the sword.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
with Ben. Just put all those sword
Pikachu.
characters in a bag. I'm terrible at them.
yeah.
And then of course I'm gonna let Bailey talk about this one, but Super Mario Maker 2.
Yes. Yes. I'm very excited
I
about
don't even
it.
know if I know what Super Mario Maker is.
So
So,
KS.
let me tell you about it.
Get on Gabe
Get
Grumps.
So, there's like different sections of it, but like the basic big premise is that you can build your own Mario levels. Yes.
And you can
as
download
you-
other players' levels
Yes.
too.
And
That's
other
what-
people
that's
can
what-
make
Well,
some.
not in the
Yeah.
first game anymore.
Yeah,
No,
not the first
yeah.
one anymore. But other people can make some, and then you can download them and play them.
Oh.
And
So it's like you can
really
make it like
You literally built
Oh, I
a-
think I've seen some,
Yeah.
at
You've
least
probably
like
seen
screen
some.
caps of this.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
you're a big fan of Game Grumps, right? Or you've seen some
Oh yeah,
Game
yeah,
Grumps?
for sure, yeah.
They do playthroughs of
Of Mario
Ross's levels, and Ross's levels are super freaking hard.
It's the
Yeah.
best. It's
They're
peak
really, really
Game
funny.
Grumps.
Yes.
That's
Like
awesome.
something to watch for Game Grumps is Game Grumps Super Mario
all
Maker.
the Mario Makers.
And
Just
it
watch
is
a compilation.
one of the best like compilation stuff.
So what are they doing differently in 2?
So
it is
there's-
part of the Switch.
Yeah, they run
Yep.
the Switch, and they're bringing more like
Features.
hacks basically. So
Yeah.
like it used to just be like original Mario 64,
Mario 3.
Mario 3, and like
The
The big
3D
one.
Mario.
yeah. But they brought
Mario
3D
World.
Mario to this one.
Yeah.
Then it used to be on the old one.
They're also
Although
adding
you can't
Paper
really
Mario
play
on
3D.
this one.
It's still
Yeah,
side
it's still
scroller.
side scroll.
You
yeah.
just have the cat suit and you have
Yes.
the textures for
I'm
Mario 3D World.
super.
They're
Like,
all-
there's a lot of other things that
A
they
lot
like changed like some of the like. Oh well, this thing that used to exist in the old one, it exists in this one, but better.
Yep.
And like it's just like a lot of like things that they didn't think of in the first one.
Nice.
It's cool. I'm excited.
Nice.
Mario's my favorite game ever.
Right.
So Mario Maker is great because then you get to play.
Yeah.
Your own or
Whatever.
everybody else's or
There's like endless levels. It's so
that's
fun.
awesome.
The-
And you can co-op play with people on Mario Maker 2 as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you
can.
so do you co-op just the actual playthrough or can you co-op the
I
creation
think it's
too?
both.
Both.
I think
I
you
think-
can
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
In the
think-
original, it was just the making by yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then
I've
you would play with
Yeah,
somebody
it's,
who
it's
had
only
done
like
it.
one person can make
Oh,
it and
wow.
one person can play it.
Yes.
But I think the biggest power move for video games right now is sandbox modes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's when like the community steps up and they're like, check out what I made, and they're like, everyone else like, holy crap!
Mhm.
How much time did you put into this? Because they come up with some really creative and awesome stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
super excited about it. And with the Nintendo on, okay, I'm gonna say I don't like online membership things. I think they're stupid and money grabbing. But I'm still gonna get it for Nintendo because I have to.
So you have
It's
to
gonna
play
be so
online.
much more fun.
And they have a great deal going on. where
Yeah,
you buy the
it's
game
cheaper.
and it's like it's only like $5 or $10 for a whole year.
And
So if you-
overall, Nintendo's cheaper than any of the other subscriptions too.
Oh, it
Yes.
for sure is.
Like-
I'm just annoyed about it.
Which I think that's like a big marketing move against parents because it's like, it's like I want to play with my friends. Well, I'll let you play with your friends on Nintendo because that's non-violent and it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So like Nintendo's been flexing on everybody for like ever.
Yeah, and nobody ever puts still like I mean I know they're a main giant company, but it's still one of those things where people kind of still put Nintendo to the wayside compared to Microsoft and Sony when they really shouldn't.
Not anymore.
No, yeah,
I am.
I really think Nintendo's like.
They're now surging. And
Yeah.
it's-
Oh yeah.
Adults are like, no, we like it. I'm not 12 and I love
And then
Nintendo.
the next one I'm actually interested in is Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3. The original Ultimate Alliances were actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You just get to basically, it's a multiplayer thing, and you get to choose like a Marvel character, Marvel hero that you are, and it's kind of like you get to play with your teammates and go against enemies and all this other stuff, go
Now-
through stages.
When it says Marvel, it means all Marvel
All
characters.
Marvel
Not just
characters.
Oh.
cinematic.
Not just
Avengers,
cinematic, it's everybody.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Who would you pick?
Bad guy, good
Ooh,
guys.
ooh, ooh! I like this question.
Alright,
I don't want to go
who would
first.
you pick?
Yes, who would you
To
pick?
play as?
Oh, to play as?
You can pick
Play
three.
as?
How about,
Pick
how's that?
3?
Yeah.
Does this include bad guys?
Yeah, because you can be the bad guys too.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
include bad guys.
I would personally be either Spider-Man, Hulk, or... Ooh. I would try out Deadpool, just because that'd be funny.
Oh,
You'd never die.
one I didn't consider.
Carnage the whole way for me.
I would
Carnage,
be,
carnage, carnage.
be Hulk, Loki, and I don't know.
Another green character.
Another green character.
But what's really cool about the entire thing is that, if I remember correctly, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I played Ultimate Alliance 2, and that was a long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
because there's like a few years gap.
Mm-hmm.
You used to, as a single player, you got even in multiplayer, if co-op, if you're doing 2 people, you could choose 3 heroes to be or 3 characters to be. So
Oh.
when one character died, you were the next character,
Oh, that's
and
nice.
you could switch them out if you needed to, determined on the situation.
So basically like Pokemon. So you're like, go Carnage!
Yeah,
And
but
then
you have,
and
but
then
you only have a
Carnage
party
dies.
of 3.
And
You
then,
only have
and
a
then,
party
your
of 3.
then your second Pokemon, go Carnage! And then he dies. Go
Venom.
Carnage!
Who would you be?
Oh, I so don't know. I'm really struggling with this. I feel like I would want to be a lot of the villains.
Really?
I feel like it'd be really fun.
Cumberbatch!
Loki.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
No.
No. Loki? What? You know, it's okay because when he first said Benedict Cumberbatch, I thought of him in Star Trek 2, and I was like, what? Star Trek's not even in here.
I thought of Smog. Or Smog. Whatever.
Basically,
Red
Benedict
Dragon.
Cumberbatch is a busy guy.
I would definitely do. I would do
Is it-
Spider-Man as one.
Is it a cop-out to say that it'd be fun to try Thanos?
No.
No, I don't
I
think
feel
so.
like that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
You can also be Ultron as well, I would imagine.
Probably.
Oh,
That would
I
be-
want to be
that would
Vision.
be hella
Oh, I
fun.
want to be Vision.
I was gonna say Vision would be a cool one. Scarlet Witch would be really cool.
I agree.
I don't know enough about the X-Men, but probably throw an
One of the
X-Men in
The
there.
Thing.
And then also, I was about to say you can be Fantastic Four too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, I could be rubbery and stretchy. I can be
I'm just saying you could be that.
Fire.
elastic
I
fantastic.
can be invisible.
I think
You can be
with Invisible Woman, you could do
Naked.
like the invisible projectiles. So like you could like use a force
Yeah.
sort of thing,
Oh,
like a
yeah.
shield.
Force.
It's pretty neat.
Bring
She
it all
basically
year.
uses the force. Yeah.
I mean, she does. So then, what about you, Alex?
I mean, I'd probably just stick to some of the basics. I'd love to try out Thor.
Yeah.
Probably just do some of the classics like Iron Man, Hulk, any of those. Vision would be cool to try, and I would definitely try out Thanos.
I just thought of a great one that would be so fun to try. It would be Groot.
Oh,
Oh my-
yeah.
Groot would be so fun.
I forgot about that. Yes.
All right.
Michael Brennan is screaming.
Sorry, Michael.
So, which group?
Which group?
Which
Baby
group?
Groot.
Oh, which group?
Baby Groot.
I want to
Teen
play all
Groot.
of them. Well, if I want to play to win, then I need to play
one.
with the adult. But if I'm
I wanna
playing
be
to troll,
Drax.
which is what I play most of the time, yeah, I'd play
Yeah,
with the
I
baby.
Technically, he is green.
Or the teen. If I play as the
Oh,
teen,
yeah.
do I get to
But in
sass
action.
everyone else?
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah, the teen for sure.
But you only sass by saying I am Groot. But everyone else is like,
I am
Oh,
Groot.
it's a
Whoa!
basic game.
watch your mouth.
There's a cool thing that they added, which is also kind of sad that this is the state that it's in, is that apparently they were announcing that there was no loot boxes or any like pay to win kind of things with this game, and it was met with like so much like cheer and applause. I was like, are we really at this point where people are excited that you don't have to throw additional money at the game?
Which game? Which game announced that?
The Marvel one.
Was it?
Ultimate
Because
the
they
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
that was one. It popped up on that spoof video that I saw, and like when I saw the recording of it, I was looking at the lady's face. It looked like she was about to like start crying, like when she was announcing it. Like
Oh really?
her eyes were all like kind of teared up, like she was having a hard time talking to people.
You know, this is the lady that spent a long time convincing everybody else that was a good idea. That's what.
And they
I don't
sent
know
her
that
out
for
there
sure.
to troll.
I don't know that that's true.
Oh yeah,
But that's what I'm thinking.
So a big thing in E3, like it's in front of a live audience, and originally E3 was in front of press people. Like it was
Only
very
press,
formal, and
More
you-
like the press secretary.
they talk
Yeah.
and they listen. Like that was it. And there would be applause for whatever. But I think this year was really bad because there was a lot of hecklers in the crowd, and they were all like, "Whoa!" Like straight up front row
The
when there's
yeah
a guy
guy.
talking, and just screaming at him. Whoa, yeah! Like out of nowhere when he's in the middle of talking.
Mm.
So, and then there was another one where there was a guy doing.
The dude from Ghost Recon, it was funny because
Was that the guy that was standing?
yeah, he was standing and the dog was right next to him, and someone was like, "Let me pet the dog!" And I was
Yeah.
just like,
Not the
Jeez.
time.
There was another
Not the
one.
place.
There was another one where there was a guy just trying to be difficult for security, and he was literally standing out in the middle of the crowd, like everyone else is sitting, and he's the only one standing.
"Yeah."
And like security was over there talking to him, and like you need to sit down or leave, and causing like a big scene. And he was just trying to like do it just because like I don't have to listen to you. Like he was just being one of those guys.
Yes.
I don't know why people do that, man.
Yeah,
I
the whole
really
thing
don't.
with the Watch Dogs, or maybe it wasn't Watch Dogs, it was Ghost Recon, sorry.
Mhm.
The actor who was the one that announced it was the guy who played Shane in Walking Dead.
Yes.
He's
Oh, yeah,
like, he's
I've
the
seen-
main character
I've
in
seen
Ghost
ads for
Recon.
this.
Yeah.
Everyone knows him
As Shane.
as the guy that played Shane.
Which is crazy because he was only in it for like
2
barely a
seasons?
season and a half.
Yeah.
Did
And-
he make it through the full second season?
I don't remember.
He
remember.
was like one or two
Spoilers.
episodes
Super excited.
before the last
Before the
episode.
end.
That one,
yeah.
yeah. Because I hope it's better than the first one.
But I don't know.
I know, but I wanna do
I know Keanu Reeves made a guest appearance. I know Shane. No one knows what his actual name is. The Punisher, maybe.
But
I don't
it's, like,
IMDb.
it's Bernard something.
Check out Punisher.
You Barthon.
Maybe. I'm doing it right now.
That's his name.
You're looking up his name.
Yes.
Was there any other
Maybe his last
like
name's Bernard?
crazy cool guest appearances? I know Lil Yachty went with that other dude.
I feel like if we can't remember, they weren't that cool.
I guess
Yeah. Seriously.
Or
John
maybe-
Bernthal.
Yeah, Bernard.
Bernard, yeah. Last name started with a B.
Look, his friends call him Bernard. I know.
Bernard. Every time when I hear Bernard, I think of the movie Santa Claus.
Oh, the elf whose name is Bernard?
Bernard,
Yeah.
The head elf or whatever.
Yeah. His name's Bernard.
Bernard. Barabbas. Barnaby? Yeah.
Yes.
Did
Beelzebub? Just sorry.
No, you're
Right.
good.
Bernard.
So then the last one that I'm super excited about is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020.
Is that the whole name of the game?
Yeah.
That's a long
It's coming out. I enjoyed the first one, but I think this one's going to be better.
I'm so excited.
So I'm really excited about
Only-
it.
Because the whole sorry about that. I think the whole thing is that the 2020 Olympic Games is in Japan.
It's in Tokyo, yeah,
Yeah.
for the Summer Olympics. So they haven't done this since,
I don't even know when the first one came
I
out.
think it was Rio.
Did Rio just happen? You know, they all feel recent to
Yeah,
me,
they
so
do.
I'm a terrible
Either
judge.
way, but so they're
8 years ago.
bringing this one out this year, and I'm excited.
But does Sonic have teeth or not?
He has
Doesn't
top
look like
teeth,
it.
but not bottom teeth. And it's not really teeth, it's just a white
A white bar.
bar.
So do you think they originally had it designed to look more like the movie, and then they were like,
No, they can't do that in the game.
I don't think
Do you know
so.
how much backlash that would have?
Can you imagine like
Beijing.
But
the little like secretary or assistant, right? He's like, awesome, they're coming out with a new movie. I'm gonna go bring this documentation to my boss and be like, this is how we're gonna design the new Sonic character. He goes up, and then as he's about to do it, they're all talking about, wow, this Sonic is trash. You're like, never mind.
The original Sonic at the Olympic Games was for Beijing, 2008.
They wait.
Oh.
Beijing.
Yeah.
And they did have one
It was a lot.
in
Yeah.
Rio in 2016.
do they always do it for summer? How many of
They
these
do it
are
for
there?
They had a winter.
They have some winter games
Oh,
too.
okay.
Yeah.
The last one was on the Wii U though.
Yes.
Wii U?
Mhm.
So
Who?
So nobody remembers.
Wii U.
yeah,
Wait, who?
But this one's coming out for
Wii U.
Switch, so
pretty excited.
all golden. It was also really cool, and this was kind of strange to me, but I realized it as I was watching it. It was the Ubisoft one, but Just Dance, the new one's coming out. I'm not a big fan of the games, but I thought it was interesting that they are coming out with it for Wii, like actual Wii.
Like they're backward? They're
Yeah,
going backwards?
and the reason why they're doing that, from what I heard, is because nursing homes use it a lot for physical therapy.
Aw.
And so
That's awesome.
older people use the Wii, so they're using the new Just Dance, coming out with it for the Wii and using it as physical therapy for those retirement homes.
Reasons why Nintendo is ahead of the game.
Yeah,
Oh.
Nintendo's so great.
It's like they care.
Yeah.
But realistically, like their actual corporation is like, we're actually brainwashing
So
everyone.
that was interesting. I didn't like the whole spectacle that they always do with Just Dance because that's Ubisoft's one of their biggest franchises. But
Yeah, but to me, Just Dance has reached like Kids Bop level.
it has.
Like-
But with the whole Mario Sonic of the Olympic Games, Nick found this out when we went to MomoCon.
What was it?
I'm a huge Sonic fan.
Oh.
Mhm.
I love both of them, but I actually like Sonic more than Mario. So
That's a wrong opinion, but you can have it.
You're allowed to have opinions.
I'm
I
just
mean,
kidding. I'm just kidding.
no, but I mean, I don't know. I've always just been more of a Sonic fan. I played Mario and Sonic games both when I was growing up. But
Yeah.
I'm more of a Shy Guy fan. Shy Guy is best guy. By the way, we're sponsored by Shy Guys Burgers and Fries.
We're not sponsored. Just saying that right now for
But if we
copyright
could,
purposes
I
or
would.
whatever the purposes are.
But if you
anything
like-
that we have said in this episode, not a sponsor.
Download.
Download, honey.
Oh.
For
So,
was there
For
any
free.
other
It's
I
just
mean,
3
they're
clicks.
also coming out with Resident Evil 5 and 6
Remakes.
on
remakes, yeah.
Switch.
I don't know why they need to remake 6 because 6 was released in 2012 or something like that. So it wasn't that long ago because it was out on Xbox One.
Yeah.
What? I missed.
Resident Evil
Resident
6.
Evil 6.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because like they're kind of going through the Final Fantasy thing of
Yeah.
let's remake everything
Yeah.
because we can. and
But really,
people
the
buy
main
it.
reason for the Final Fantasy remake, they're only remaking the games that were
more popular.
more popular and they were older. So now that the new generation can get it, the Resident Evil 6 and 5 are not really that old. I mean, they are, but they're still classics that you can still play.
I think 10 was like the first remake that they did,
Yeah.
and I know some of you guys might have played 10. That was the one where you get to play the underwater volleyball thing. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Underwater levels, in general, thumbs down.
That was pretty cool.
I don't know. I love Mario underwater levels.
I also like the water temple from Ocarina
I go
of
back to
Time.
Mario 64
Okay.
underwater levels with the
But
shipwreck and all
Super
that other
Nintendo
stuff.
underwater level.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Never has a level been a favorite that was underwater. I don't. There's no underwater level where I'm like,
It's okay to have opinions.
yes.
Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh, gosh.
I didn't play Super
Everything
Sunshine.
is water.
Okay, did you guys play Donkey Kong Country?
Yes.
No.
Those
Chocolate
underwater
face.
levels
Were
are
rough.
hard.
Those were rough.
They're bad because just all of a sudden things just come through walls out of nowhere for no reason.
Those were
But it's
rough.
traded off for having some of the coolest music, I
That's
think.
true.
Yes,
That
underwater.
underwater ambience.
True.
I think underwater levels always do have the best music.
They want to
But
calm you
play-wise,
down.
it's like.
They wanna calm you
Yeah.
Fair.
They're like, "Are you enraged? Have some nice."
You don't like the movie.
I know, that's what I thought. So they are coming out with a Blair Witch Project game
Oh,
new
yeah. Is that
Blair
'cause
Witch.
aren't they doing a new?
I think they're coming out with a brand new movie.
Yeah, yeah.
They are.
It looked
And,
interesting. For
I
sure.
think it already came.
and then for all of those Lego fans, they're coming out with a new Lego Star Wars movie.
I
Or
love
not
Lego.
movie, collection.
Oh my god, I got
And-
so excited.
No, it's sorry, not a movie. It's the collection. It's the Skywalker saga.
And tacked on to that Lego hype is the Forza
Oh
Horizon
my
4.
God.
Lego Speed Champions.
Dude, it looks
Oh no.
so fun. I don't even own that game, but it looks so fun.
I don't
They're coming out with a
understand.
Forza game made out of Lego.
You're not a fan of the Lego
Going
series?
back to that classic Lego Racers on CD-ROM.
Oh yeah.
All right, so my thing about it is that like I loved Forza games. Like those games were sick, super realistic cars flying through. They're usually like the most beautiful games, best scenery, and then you have Lego games like Lego Star Wars games, stuff like that. I love playing those growing up.
Mhm.
Awesome. There's even like Lego Lord of the Rings and Lego Avengers and Lego
Harry
Batman
Potter.
and Lego everything.
Mhm.
But then to put Lego in with Forza, where you have like this ultra beautiful, like amazing supercar, and then suddenly
It has Lego texture.
it's Lego.
It's just a download though, right? It's not like a
Yeah,
home
it's a
game.
decent game.
Oh, okay. When I heard about it, someone was telling me like it was its own standalone
No,
game, and
I
I
don't
was
think
like,
so.
does that mean if I crash into a wall, I just break into a million pieces? I need
No,
to get
the
out
wall
of the
breaks.
car,
Yeah.
reassemble it.
Fun! That
Yeah.
sounds so fun!
That seems like what's the issue?
Pit crew.
I love
Yeah, you reassemble it, it turns into a helicopter, and you just fly to the end, and you're like, I'm done.
But besides that, I don't think we have really much anything else.
Did so the only thing that I really kept up with
Yeah.
of E3 was because I love The Sims.
Ah.
So they in a big way, and I don't own Sims 4 because I need to like pass the CPA exam, and I would not do anything else but play Sims 4. So I just watch a lot of Sims 4. And they are releasing the Mermaid expansion,
Yes.
I didn't know
which
Cool.
looks so much fun. So basically, you can like operate an island, and you just like work and live off the island, but you like what you decide to do for the island improves or worsens the state of the island.
Ooh.
So like if you like take a job that kind of like improves wildlife or whatever, then the island gradually gets more and more beautiful. Or if you like choose to just like be a professional surfer and you don't really do anything to help, then the island gets worse. You can play good mermaids or bad mermaids, and it's like a whole thing. It looks really, really fun.
That
I watched a
sounds
playthrough. It was awesome.
I want it. You should wait. There's like sometimes where like base game of Sims is free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can just like buy the expansion packs and they're like half off or whatever.
Mhm.
You need to wait for when that rolls around.
Yes.
Yeah,
Get
they,
it then.
that usually happens a good bit where like Sims 4 at least would be like almost free. And you just, at least for PC.